Hello everyone, the 316 here, back with another G.I. Joe Classified Retro Cardback review. I got the Walmart exclusive Lady Jaye figure here. Usually retails for $24.97. I was able to get mine on a clearance for $19, which I think that's pretty fair. My local Walmart has had these for a while, and they still haven't discounted them, but I was traveling to a store to find something, and I was able to find this at the closest Walmart nearest that. Anyway, very excited to open my first female G.I. Joe figures, see how they compare to, the Lightning Collection. Oh wait, this isn't my first female G.I. Joe, I just realized. I forgot I had this figure, which I haven't reviewed, the Akiko. Oops. Okay, the first, in the sense that this is one of the first waves of G.I. Joe that came out. Because Akiko was just for the movie. This is like an actual character from the TV show. Okay, that's better. Comes in the same type of packaging that Gung Ho did. And, it looks good. Obviously, it's supposed to be an homage to the 80s packaging and beyond. It's even got the old Hasbro logo at the bottom. I like that. As you can see, there's the figure in the plastic card. It's a lot deeper than you'd think it'd be. On the back here, unlike Gung Ho's box, they actually have all four of these shown. On her box, they just show her and Baroness. And here's the read-up for her, if you want to read that. There you go. Alright, all that's left to do is declassify it. And here's Lady Jaye out of the packaging. Was pretty easy to get open. If you want to keep the package intact, all you gotta do is get just a nice thin blade here and cut about halfway up on both sides, and then you can then relatively easily pull that out and slide it out. I'm, like I said, gonna throw away the packaging anyway, so it's no big concern to me. Anyway, let's start with the accessories. We have a couple here. We'll start with this nice little camcorder. Just a hand cam. Looks good. I don't know why, but I kind of wish that was blue on the lens. But, good. And we get this really tiny knife. And if I compare that to, since I have them on hand, Roadblock's on the left. It's kind of a small knife. Not to say it's bad, just small. And that can go in with the blade side towards the back. And since I showed it already, camcorder just slides around her arm, like so. And then this last one, or rather these last three accessories are actually four, because this spear, this is what is included in the box. But what I didn't realize is that you can actually take the tip of the spear off. Do that off camera. There's a little mushroom peg in there. Just be careful. This is more rubbery than you'd expect. And then you can replace that with this other tip, which I think is like a grapnel, not entirely sure. Looks good though. Obviously it's a different color than the, the pole here, which this also has some texture on it on this section. You can see that this isn't just fully circular. There's actually an indent there, and then this, it's like a handle. And yes, she can hold it in her hand, or you can use it with this included launcher style weapon. And that just goes in like so. It's a nice fit. It's easy to get out. It doesn't feel too tight, but it doesn't feel too loose either. Personally, I think I'm gonna keep the the more spear or arrow looking head in this blaster. Anyway, that's all the accessories. Well, not entirely true. As you can see, this head here, because this is a reuse from the base version. Yeah, the hairpiece comes off, and, well, you can either have a really bald-looking Lady Jaye, or you could have, the hat. I do wish it came with the hairpiece, but it just comes with the hair-hat combo, unfortunately. And it's hard to see on my particular copy, but you can see that they didn't paint the brown all the way on this side of the sideburn. Everything else looks good, though. The logo on top of the hat, it's okay. There is some detail in there. When you want to put the hat on, I recommend pushing against the head with whatever side you have trouble with, and then you can just plop it down, because if you don't put it on right, this will get squished up into the head. So push it against and then push it down. You're good there. I do have a few issues with this figure, nothing too major, but the main thing you'll notice is that her diaper piece, it's very lopsided. And while I was trying to pose the figure, this midsection piece I noticed kept going this way. The real issue is that this this crotch piece is misaligned or misformed somehow. Let me take off the camera. I'll show you what I mean. So you can see, the legs are nice and straight. This clearly is going that way, and this torso looks like it's going this way. If you look at the side here, on this side, you can see it kind of indents a bit. Take that off too. And it's not, it doesn't work well. It doesn't look good, and on the back it looks worse. But like, that's as far to the side as she'll go, and that looks more straight now. Obviously it's not. But then when I try to readjust the upper section, sometimes the midsection there gets all misaligned. This is as straight as I've been able to get this figure to look. But even if I move it around a little bit, it already looks off. So just be careful. Make sure that crotch piece isn't misaligned or anything. I have worked at this upper joint here, because while that does appear to be loose, it's actually very solid. It's just wiggles a little bit. Articulation is very good on this figure, except I think she has butterfly joints, but I can't get them to move. You can see that this one's out a little bit more than this side, but like when I push on the shoulder, I just barely get it out. And pushing back on it, yeah, there's not a lot of movement on that joint, and this one's completely locked. Like, I can't move that at all. A little bit of heat should fix that, but it's still very annoying. She does have gold paint here on her commendation, her little badge. On the package, it's not really easier to see. The back, though, the back is nicely painted for her harness, and that is molded in. So I do like that. These elbows, they do seem very small, but it doesn't feel like it's going to break on me. Little stiff, yes, but you can get the full range of movement in them. Same thing with the knees. Good range of movement, little tight, but not a problem. And, the boots look good, too. Obviously, this being an homage, or rather like a retro-inspired version of this particular body mold, I think it's good for what it is. But as I think many people who collect this line know, this particular figure has been shelf-warming at basically every Walmart I've been to. And, I was able to find one for a decent price finally. I mean, that's what I would have paid for it initially, but, $25 for everything you see here, I'm not sure it's worth it. But anyway, let's get to the size comparisons. Starting off with how tall she is. She appears to be just under 6 inches, or just exactly 6 inches. Not too bad. So let's start off with some... Let's see, where do we want to start off with? I guess we'll throw in the G.I. Joes last. So let's look at some figures from other lines. We have my Amanda Connor black and white Batman statue here. And debuting, we have, for these, the Dino Thunder Black as our stand-in for Jaye David Frank. Let's see, what other... Speaking of G.I. Joe, since I always put him in these, Tiger Force Outback. Love that figure. Still one of my favorites. We got Elite Drew McIntyre from Mattel. We have Jazzwares Spartan Yoroi. I'm missing Marvel, right. Still haven't reviewed him, but I keep putting him in these. We get Iron Man Extremis armor. And we need a DC Multiverse figure. Speaking of other figures I haven't reviewed, here's Dark Knight Batman. Yeah, she looks good. A little small, but you're going to see what she looks like next to these other two G.I. Joes I have on my table. Let's get these guys out of the way, and then we'll take a look at how she looks next to a couple other G.I. Joes. I should really dust some of these figures, I swear. But I mean, I'm constantly moving them. They don't need that much dusting. Alright, just two other figures I want to take a look at next to her. We have Roadblock here, number 1, the battle issue, I don't know. And then we have Gung Ho, which is also from the retro line. Actually, you know what? One more. Let's look at her next to the female figure from G.I. Joe I forgot I had, which is Akiko, which I still haven't done a review on. But yeah, you know, she's actually taller than Akiko, which is good. Overall, if you find a good price for this figure, you might as well get it. Honestly, I really wanted this for the camcorder. I just think that's so cool. But, you know, figure's fine. Do I think it's worth $25? No. Get it cheaper if you can. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this figure and what other G.I. Joe figures you want to see me review. Obviously, I still got to review Akiko and Roadblock back there. But don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps. And as always, peace.